A very good morning. So I'm Vigneswari here. Today I would like to show you on how to do this PPT question. Okay, so let's get started. So we need one VPC, two subnets, uh, one internet gateway, three EC2s, and two security group, two route tables, and also a domain name. Okay, so here is the topology. As you can see, it's situated in Singapore. So let's get started. Go to the AWS Management Console, sign up, and you'll get this dashboard. So first, we're gonna do the VPC. Get into the VPC. So then click on your VPC. It may take a while. Okay, then create VPC. So you can create a VPC with the name of my VPC1. Okay, then you could include the IPv4 CIDR block, which is 10.0.10.0.0.16. So here we go, 10.0.0.0./16. Then we got the no IPv6 CIDR blocks. Then as for the rest, leave it to default and then click create VPC. Okay, a new VPC is created successfully. Okay, now for the VPC that was created, it must have an internet gateway. So we must go to the internet gateway. Before that, we take a look at topology. There is an internet gateway. So go to the internet gateway at VPC dashboard. Then click on create internet gateway. Then the name would be, you can put here we have the name of okay, don't have, so we just put IG my VPC1 IG internet gateway. Okay, sorry, my VPC1 internet gateway. Then the rest leave it to default, and you can click the create internet gateway button. So currently the internet gateway didn't attach to any VPC, or it is detached, as you can see here. So you could attach to VPC by clicking on in here, or either under the action that's attached to VPC, you could just click that and select a VPC that you just created, my VPC1. So then attach to internet gateway. So now internet gateway is successfully created. You could look at the VPC. So this is our VPC, my VPC1. So as you can see here, it will come along with one router and one network SCL, one routing table and network SCL, as you can see here. So click on the route table ID. Okay, you click on this route table ID at the detail section of VPC. Okay, at the detail section of the route table, click on the routes, then select edit routes. So you could just add a route which is with the default route. Okay, 0.0.01. Okay, then at the target you could just choose for the internet gateway. Then choose for the one you just created, my VPC1 IGW internet gateway. Then leave it like that. Then just click on save routes. So you have created an route table. Here we go. You can see the default route table here. It is active. This one is for the main route, as you can see in the diagram. This one is for the main route table. So now we want to create a subnet which is for public and private subnet. Okay, so go to the subnet. Okay, then click on create subnet. So you may enter name tag with here we go. We got the my VPC1 public. So just write my VPC1 / public. Then choose for VPC that was just created just now, VPC1. Then for preference for availability zone, it is your choice whether to leave it as any preference that you no preference, or choose any preference here. So I would leave as no preference. Okay, I would leave A. Then IPv6 address block is just now was 10.0.1.0/24. Just want to check it correct or not. So 10.0.1.24, it's right. Then finish all, then click on create. So the public subnet have been created, as you can see here. So for the public subnet, it must be auto assigned. So now we're gonna auto assign the public VPC. Right click and go to modify auto assign IP setting. Then you could just click enable auto assign IP and then click on save. Now we have to create one more subnet which is for private. Just now we have created for public, so now for private. So my VPC1 / private. I put a name as my VPC1 as private. So click on VPC that you just created just now. Preference you can put, for just now I put A, so now I put B. It's your choice actually, you want to put or not, it's up to you. Now for the IPv4 CIDR block, it is just now 10.0.2.4, right? 10.0.2.4/24, right? So finish, click on create. So subnet was created. So there is now two subnet, which is private and public. Okay, now after creating the subnets public and private, now we're gonna create EC2, which is it got 3 EC2, as you can see here. One is web, another is net, and another one is DB. So go to the services, then you could just choose for EC2 here. Then at the EC2 dashboard, you go to the instance. Okay. Then you launch an instance. So you could, okay, now you could just choose for the first one, Amazon Linux 2MI. I just select the first one, then this one, leave it to default. I choose free tier, so just next. And then for the third one, at network, choose for the VPC you just created. And then for subnet, first we're gonna do for a public subnet. Okay. Then if you see for the public subnet, the outer assign is enabled. So for the rest, leave it to default and hit the next button. So for the add storage, just leave it as default and click on next. For add text, just an add text with the name. I put as my VPC1 web, right? We're gonna do web first. So click on next configure. Then this is a security group. You have to create 2 security group, right? As you can see, there is a 2 security group, one for public, another one for private. So for the public, we put the name of my VPC1 web SG. We must create one. So just for create new SG, then the name would be just now my VPC1 at web SG, right? My VPC1 at web SG. Okay, right. Then same goes to the description. You can just copy paste it. Then here they suggest us to give port, I guess, yeah, at the my VPC at the security group. They ask us to allow SSH and HTTP from anywhere. So we're gonna do that. So we already got the SSH. So we're gonna add HTTP. Then you can put the custom. So would be 0. Okay. So we delete the IPv6. Just make it as default. So custom. Okay, then review and launch. So you could see this. Okay, so click on launch, and you could just choose create a new key pair or choose an existing one. I'll go for choose an existing one. So okay, my one launch instance. Okay, the instance has been launched. You could view instance. So as you can see here, we got the instance for web. Okay, now we create another one. There is some more 2 instance to be launched. So next one would be same. So choose for an AMI, and then for instance type, you could just go for free tier. Then click on next configure. Then for step 3, choose for just now we put choose for my VPC that you have created. Then just now we put for public, so now we go for private. As you can see, the outer assign is now disabled because we didn't enable it for, we only enable it for public, we didn't enable for private, so it is disabled. So the rest you can leave it for default and click on next, add storage. Then This one we could just leave it for default. So next, add tags. So you could just add tag, probably name. So which is for this they asked us to put my VPC1 DBSG. Sorry, my VPC1 DB. Okay. C1 DB. Okay, my VPC1 DB. So click on next, configure security group. As you can see, we're gonna create a new one for security group because this is private. Just now it is public, so it's gonna be my VPC1 DBSG. Okay, right. Then copy here. You could use it same for description as well. Then the ports, let's take a look at this. For DBSG security group, they ask us to allow SSH, ICMP, HTTP and also MySQL from public subnet. So we must enable it from public subnet. Okay, now let's enable it. First we're gonna enable ICMP, all ICMP, then HTTP, then MySQL. Okay, so the source we could just leave it to custom, and the IP address would be for public one. So the public IP would be 10.0.1.0/24. So 10.0.1.0, sorry, 10.0.1.0/24, right? 10.0.1.0/24. So copy, paste it here, sorry, and also here. So it's going to be the public IP 10.0.1./24. So finish. You can review and launch. Just take a quick review, then you can launch. I use an existing key pair, so I acknowledge and launch instance. Okay, instance has been created successfully. So view instance, you can view. Okay, there's another one. You can see my VPC DB here. So we're gonna create another one which is for net. So create launch instance. Here you're gonna click for community AMIs, then search for NAT. So you could just choose the first one, AMI NAT. Okay, then we're gonna go for free tier. Okay, click on next. Then for configure instance at the network, you could just choose the VPC that you have created. For subnet, they ask us to choose for public subnet, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so now they are in public, so public subnet. Okay, so public subnet, the auto assign is enabled. So the rest leave it to default, and then we click on next, add storage. So add storage, we could just leave it to default. Then add tag, you could just add tag as name. So the name would be my VP. Then you could just add the name my VPC1 net as given at the topology just now. So finish. You could just click on next. So configure a security group. So here you could just choose for create select an existing one because you already have. So for NAC, it is in public web, so we could choose the WebSG VPC because it is public. You can see the HTTP SSH port is enabled. So then you could review and launch. Take a quick review on NAT instance, then you could launch. I use the same key for just now, my VPC1. So you can launch instance. So the instance has been launched. You could take a view, quick views. Okay, now there's NAT, DB, and web. As you can see here, we already have 3 instances. So now we're gonna change the NAT source and destination part to stop. So right click on it and go to the networking. Go to the networking and choose for change source destination here. Then click on the stop checkbox. Then you could just save. Okay, so the source and destination part have been disabled. So everything is settled now. Now you have to connect and install the web server. So how we want to connect is go to the my VPC1 web, right click on it and choose for connect, and then you could just choose the EC2 instant connect and go for a connect. So as you can see here, it has been connected. So now let's do the command sudo su. So let's install the web. So sudo yum install httpd. For installing the web server, we must use the sudo yum install httpd. Let's check. Yeah, it came. Okay, so now we check on the system. We want to start the installation. So as system ctl start httpd. Okay, then run the code. Sorry, I forgot to put sudo system ctl start httpd. Okay, wait. Then you could run the command systemctl status. Okay, wait. Systemctl status httpd to check the status. So now it is in active running. Okay, to check it, we go to the instance just now and copy the web public IP address. This one, just copy. Then you could just so you could just paste it here. Paste it here and see whether it's connected. Yeah, the test page and Apache is connected. So next we go to the command again and we just try to type the nano /var /www /html /index.html. So enter. Okay, here you could just type this. Okay, this is XYZ web server. So br okay, sorry. Okay, and then again br put name. You could use your name. Okay, so then your matrix number 19F1059. Okay, then you can save as Control O, then exit as Control X. So you could just exit by exit Control X. Then after that you could just go to the page web browser to see the one you just type in at the nano index. So here we go. This is XYZ web server, name Vignesh Sirumukan and matrix 01DD3. So here we go. Okay, now we gotta connect the DB server. So we go to instance, go to the DB. Go to the DB and copy the private IPv4 address 10.02. Okay, then go to the command prompt. Okay, then type in command cd. My key pair is in download, so you could just put downloads cd downloads. Okay, then put the SSH EC2 SSH EC2 EC2 user at our IP, which is Okay, our IP. Sorry. Oh god. I type it again. So my IP, then negative I, then your key pair. My VPC1. Our key pair just now is my VPC1 dot pam. So enter. So it will ask whether you want to continue connect. So just type yes. Just type yes. Enter. So it has been connected. Now you just type in the nano command to copy and paste the key paste content. So nano my key pair is my vpc1.pam. So you'll take down to the nano text editor. So now you must go to the downloads in your file manager. So my file is in here, my vpc1. So you could open it. Oops. Okay, in notepad. So copy this and paste it in here. Okay, as you can see, it has been copied. Now you could just save it by pressing Control O, and then exit by Control X. Okay. Now you could just close this download file. Then now you can do the SH mode, which is in SSH connection 1. So SH mode 400. Then your key pair, my VPC1. Oops, sorry. Nano. Okay, not nano. Okay, again. SH mode 400. My vpc1.pam. Okay, wait, before that you need to do ls first to see your file. Let's just ls, then you could see a file here, my vpc1.pam. So now then you change mode to the 400 stuff. Okay, change mode, search mode 400, my vpc1.pam. Okay, so now go to the instance, then choose my dbvpc, dbvpc, then copy the private IP4. Okay, then you could this one you could just delete. Okay, now do the SSH EC2 mode for DB. So SSH EC2 user at your private IP, which is 10.0.2.133. negative I my vpc1 dot hem your keypass. Okay, then click enter. So it asks for you to whether you want to continue connecting, so just put yes, and yeah, we are connected to DB web server now. We're gonna create a new root table because this DB won't connect, doesn't connect to internet. So to make sure that this DB server connect to the internet, we must create a root table first. So we go to the root table, go to the VPC. Okay, wait. Go to the VPC. Then choose for root tables. Okay. So now I'm gonna name the main root so that it made me easier. Main RT. Okay. Okay, sorry. Main RT. Okay, now we're gonna create new root table. So create root table. Then we're gonna name as my VPC1 root 2. Sorry, root 2. Then VPC we're gonna attach to VPC1, our VPC, which is VPC1. Then the rest leave it to default. Then hit the create button. So the root table has been created. So here we go, our root 2. So now at the detail of my VPC2, you can see the route and subnet association. So at the choose for subnet association and click on edit subnet association. Then you could tick on the private subnet because now we are doing for the private subnet. Here we go, we are doing for the private subnet. The second root table is at the private subnet. First is for public. Okay, then this is second one, so we choose for the private. Then click on save. So now the route 2 has been associated with private subnet, while the main route has been associated with the public subnet. You can see here, public. The main route is associated with public. The second one is associated with private. Okay. Then click on route 2. Okay, right click on it. So now now we go to routes and then click on edit routes. We're gonna attach a default. So we're gonna attach a default route which is 0.0. Okay, here we go, they have already suggested for us. Then add target, we're gonna add for instance. Then we're gonna choose for NAT. Okay, my VPC1 NAT. We're gonna attach our instance of NAT. Then the rest leave it as default. Then click on save. Okay, the route has successfully edited, so you can close it. Now, so finish. Now supposedly you can get connect to the uh, WebDB web server of DB. So let's try sudo yum install httpd. Sorry, httpd. So yeah, it is connected. Okay, so we're gonna give yes, continue. So it is connected to the internet now. So finished. Now I'm gonna attach my IP address given here, IP address which is 13.2545143 to my domain server which is at Freenom. So now I'm at my domain at the Freenom website. You could just create one by signing in with the Google account. So now at the domain you can go to the services and click on my domain. Now you can see here it's my domain. So you can go to the manage domain here. Okay, so we are at the managing a domain. I have already my own domain I've created before this, so I'll use that one. Then go to the management tool and choose name servers. So you can choose custom name server because we're gonna add some more domains from the root 53. After this we're gonna create and put it into here at this name server. So hold on here, we're gonna go to the root 53 first. So go to the service, then you could choose root 53 under the network and content delivery. Okay, it may take a while. So now we are at the dashboard of root 53. Okay, now we want to just click on create hosted zone. Then for the domain name you could just take the 01DDT19. This is my domain name, so I copy and paste it in here. Okay, then for the description also you can use the same. Okay, now for the type you choose the public hosted zone, then finish create hosted zone. Okay, successfully created. Now at the hosted zone details here, or you could just okay at the hosted zone details here there's a name servers, lot of name servers, 1 2 3 5. So you're gonna copy this 5 and put it in here one by one. So okay, I'm gonna copy first, copy, then paste here, copy, then paste, just copy and paste, copy and paste, and paste, last one. Then after it's all correct, check it out, and then you could just hit the change name servers button. So you are done. So if you want to check for the connection, you could just go to the new browser and paste the domain name, paste your domain name, just copy and paste. Okay, So now it still can't be reached. Okay, never mind, let it be for now. So we're gonna create a record in route 53 because it is not yet connected to the internet server. So at the hosted zone, choose for the records here, then click on create record here. As you can see, create record, then choose for the create simple routing and hit next button. Then you could see a configure record page. So now in here you select for define simple record, and then okay, now fill up. So for blog you can just leave it to blank because they already attached for us our domain name. For the value, okay, for a value you can choose the IP or another value depending on the record type. And for the IP address, you could just copy and paste the IP address in here, copy and paste. So remove the HTTP. Then for the record, leave it default, and for the TTL you could change to 60 seconds. We don't get much time, just take it at 60. Then click on define simple records. Okay, there's one record created. Okay, so you could just create record. Okay, then okay, so the record for domain name was successfully created. As you can see here, our record. So now you can check for the page. We reload. Okay, it may take a while to propagate, so let's wait. So now it has been propagated. So as you can see here, for the domain 01.19f1059, you can see the type, the written text, and also at the IP address you could see also the written address here. So that's all, finished. Thank you.